My name is Michael Fenton, and this is Hunting. By a show of hands, how many people here think hunting animals is immoral? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 3.5. Well, I can't actually tell since this is a pre-recorded message, but I would assume it's about half, maybe a little less. That's normal, but I'm going to try and sell you on why hunting is not all bad. Hunting has plenty of benefits to wildlife management, from population control to even helping endangered species. Overpopulation. Population control is the biggest benefit hunting has. The overgrazing of species like deer and elk have destroyed vast expanses of land. Yellowstone National Park had a massive overpopulation problem after the last timber wolf was killed. It changed the land massively. The tree line fell back as all the sprouts would get eaten. Whole river systems changed course. The increase in hunting and reestablishment of the wolf population still has not been able to fix the massive problem, even 50 years later. To hunt, you have to pay for a license based on the game you're hunting for, or the season, changes per state. The cash is put into wildlife funds and national parks. One of the best ways to get clean and ethical food is to hunt it for yourself. Hunting is a massive sport, and it brings communities together. Invasive species are often freely hunted, as they can have terrible effects on wild ecosystems. For example, the anacondas in Florida have become a massive problem, and the state is even paying people to hunt them. Hunting has a massive image problem. Hunting has been on a steady decline since the 40s. We can actually see a massive dip in the hunting population when the Bambi movie came out. The anthropomorphization of the woodland creatures made us connect more, and the death of Bambi's mom painted hunters as evil monsters, and this idea of the evil hunter is still alive today. We can see this with modern animal rights groups. Now, there's a difference between animal rights groups and animal welfare groups. Animal welfare groups believe that animals deserve compassion but still can be used for human benefit. They want your pets to be clean and healthy, to make sure the steaks you eat were not trapped in tight spaces for their whole lives. On the other hand, animal rights groups believe that there is no difference between humans and animals. We should not be able to eat, drink, or use for clothing. They even believe keeping a pet is like keeping a slave. These groups, like PETA, are often hypocritical and judgy, but they have a massive sway in public discourse. They are loud. The Bruskotter paper has a statistic on if animal rights groups think they are conservationists, and out of 1,269 people asked, 43% that they were animal rights advocates, and out of that 43%, 94 said that they were also conservationists, which is crazy to me, because nothing about what they do is in the mindset of a real conservationalist. Having the name conservationalist makes people feel good, even if what they're doing might not be good. There are hunters that call themselves conservationists, but they kill the wildlife. On the other hand, there are animal rights advocates that call themselves conservationists, but they're causing the death of wild areas because of overpopulation. There needs to be a middle ground, and I believe that's where real conservationists lie. Our job is to make sure that the world is a healthy place for both humans and animals to live, and sometimes that means making the hard choice. Now, there are a lot of constraints for hunting, and that's only making it harder for people to get into the hobby. Rules and regulations. Depending on the state, there can be upwards of hundreds of laws on hunting, from the kind of ammunition you can use, if you can use traps or not, even how you can hunt. Price. Often, hunting requires expensive equipment, from guns to clothing, and a lot of people buy things like deer urine and expensive tents to better hide from game. There are costs involved with licenses to hunt as well. And of course, there's the hunter's stigma. In our modern society, it is a massive hurdle to jump. If you want to be a hunter, if you want to help the wildlife, you might be ridiculed because of the way you're doing it. And the fear starts there. Now, there are a lot of wildlife professionals that are on the side of slowing hunting, but personally I feel that hunting benefits outweigh the problems tenfold. I think hunting professionals do need to fight against the misinformation that is spread right now. A lot of people are not informed about the positives of hunting. We all see the Bambis in our heads and think that everyone that hunts are monsters. The first thing I would do is to attempt to quell the problem of hunter stigma. I might take an approach involving the effects of uncontrolled overpopulation and how it can destroy the nature that people love. I personally would not touch the price or the rules and regulations, as they're in place to keep the wildlife and people safe. In conclusion, okay, so remember, next time you're talking to someone and they say they like to go hunting, don't scrunch up your nose and act disgusted. They are a massively important part of wildlife conservation. Thank you.